Hi, people.
Hello.
Welcome back to This Will Only Hurt a Little.
That's Austin.
That's Katie.
Katie.
This week, we, on a whim, decided to do Get a Clue.
It was really on a whim.
Yeah. We were like, what are we doing? And I was like, I don't know, get a clue or something. And then we did it.
You just feeling it. I don't have any thoughts or feelings on this movie. I'd seen it.
Trivia. What do we got?
Alfalfa's in it.
Alfalfa's in it. Yeah. From The Little Rascals.
His hair's the worst. It's worse than... I would rather he have alfalfa hair in this.
Also that, yeah.
Brenda's song was great.
Yeah, we got Lilo in it.
Again, I'm wondering how Lindsay Lohan's acting ability got her anywhere.
Yep. It wasn't great.
I love her so much, but revisiting, you realize things.
2002 is when this came out, right? I was trying to think. I was sitting here like, when did it come out?
Yes.
Yeah, it came out in 2002. We learned the other day, by the way, that in the year 2000, Disney did 12 DCOMs. Those poor kids.
Yeah, so many of the same people were in them.
One thing I thought was funny about this is that the genre for this movie is a mystery drama.
Yeah.
I don't agree. I mean,
mystery drama.
It's a mystery drama movie,
a
but
mystery and some drama. So.
All DCOMs are comedies.
Yeah.
98% of DCOMs are comedies. But I don't have anything else. I have nothing.
I'm trying to think. Oh, the vampire, Mr. Kubat.
No! That was under wraps. The vampire from Mom's Gonna Date with a Vampire, a.k.a. Mr. Sheffield.
He's in it.
The nanny. We had a conversation if he was really British or not, and I overruled him and just said yes.
I had no idea.
I don't know. I think he has to be, though. He's always British.
He's always English in everything he's in.
Yeah,
so.
He is.
He must be. Any other trivs?
No.
Oh, there was a computer. We'll get to it. I'll mention the computer's embellishments later. I guess we'll just get into it.
Get into it. The movie opens with a disgusting song.
Get a clue. We're in New York.
It'll get stuck in your head, though. It is a hellscape, but it'll get stuck in your head. I was singing it today.
Just moments ago.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, we're in New York getting swooping camera angles.
How did they do
We're getting
shots?
a whole tour. I don't know. I doubt they had drones.
I know.
How did they do that?
They lash it to a remote control helicopter.
They gave some guy tequila and the keys to a helicopter.
It's a camera.
And a camera.
On a broomstick.
On a broomstick.
And he's just waving it around. But
we zoom our way into Lilo's room.
We zoom into Lilo's room.
Her name's Lexi.
I will not call her Lexi the entire time. She's
all right, Lindsay Lohan it is.
Oh, she has a fur computer. This is my embellishment.
Computer.
It was another one of these plush furry computer
How
things.
weird that we just did Pixel Perfect.
This is like the Berenstain Bears thing. Like, what's that called? Mandela effect?
Ooh, yeah.
This is that. I don't remember at all.
Fur computers.
Fur plush computers.
I was super poor, though, so maybe that's why I
was
didn't
really
have a fur
poor,
computer.
but I looked at Delia's or Delia's or whatever the hell it was called.
Delia's.
I always thought it was Delia's, but people at school pronounced it Delia's.
And they're wrong.
I'm not surprised.
They were thinking of someone named Delilah.
Yeah. Hey, Arnold.
But I don't remember fur computers. I don't. Unless they were just like Disney DIY.
Disney stuff was really extra.
I feel like if anyone was going to have a fur computer, it'd be Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah. I was thinking of her, the way she would layer a short sleeve shirt over top of a long sleeve shirt over top of a longer sleeve shirt with thumb holes and like a spaghetti strap over top of that.
Disney's like the layers of a cake.
Yeah, there's your layers reference. At long last. Okay, we got to get back to this. I got so on these computers.
Everything in her room was great. She has a clear phone. I'm jealous.
Yes, and a shoe chair. My friend Sudsy had a shoe chair like that, but hers was leopard and cuter.
And we go over to Lindsay. She's got disgusting drool in her mouth. I almost threw up on the couch.
He did. I didn't really notice, but
the moment she wakes up from her slumber, she puts on her telemarketer headset.
Yes, her earmuff headset.
And just goes straight to a video chat with Brenda's song.
Yeah.
Whose name I believe was Jen in this movie, but we're going to go with Brenda.
I, again, didn't write down her name at all.
They pick their daily
they approve each other's dots ensembles. And
with Claire's fur bucket hat.
Lindsay sabotaged Brenda because her outfit was hideous. Lindsay's was like 2000s fine.
So 2000s fine. Yep, that was it.
Yeah, Brenda's was just forever bad.
And then we go down to breakfast with Lindsay and her mom, dad, and sister. Don't get too attached to anyone but Lindsay or the dad because the other people pretty much don't exist.
The mom?
Why did she
back?
exist? She should have been just dead.
I literally don't even think she came back at the end.
Disney loves not having a parent. She never came back.
She's Daria's mom. She's just like a successful business lady, and she had to go do business.
Except unlike Helen, she disappears and never fucking comes back home from work.
She never came home.
Yes.
She had to go do business stuff.
So at breakfast, Lexi's dad. Oh,
yeah.
Lilo's dad, Lindsay Lohan's dad. We can't call her Lexi. I forgot I'm not allowed. He's like, you're in the fucking paper.
Yeah. He's a newspaper guy also.
Yeah.
And I think he's like for like a...
It was not a gossip piece. It was a human interest piece.
Yes.
About the love story of her teachers.
That she was spying on.
Yeah, she took her sister's spy equipment.
Did she have weird light glasses on at this point? Her high beams? Or was
she
that
always
later?
was futuristic.
She was really futuristic.
She was always high beaming.
But she was like a tech whiz kid extraordinaire. Anyway, we're on our way to school now, and it's a 2002 fashion show. 2002
It is a fashion show, literally. For real, we had a montage.
There was a weird montage. There were a lot of weird montages.
There were a lot of montages.
But
you see the whole student body's fashion for
yes.
no reason at all.
And they make like a huge deal out of all of the kids having phones. And like, I guess it was like a rich school because kids did not have phones like in 2002.
No.
They just didn't. Like, I mean, some kids probably did, and they were trying to like illustrate that it was a rich school, so I guess that was probably part of it, but
yeah.
I did not have a phone.
Speaking of phones, years ago, I watched The Fabulous Life of Lindsay Lohan yesterday.
I wish I had watched it.
And she had a $10,000 piece of shit phone that you could get at a 99-cent store now.
Yeah, you could buy it on eBay for 89 cents.
It's insane that it was $10,000 because now we're like, damn, that iPhone's expensive. It's like $2,000. But why were they so expensive back then?
Is there like a crazy expensive phone that we don't know about for celebrities and rich people? Or do they just...
I would feel like it would 100% be like Japanese or something because they have all the cool shit.
Yeah. Or they'd be like, do they just have a fan of iPhones now?
Maybe that.
That they frisbee when they're done with. Like, this one died. Maybe. Getting rid of it. Anyway.
We go inside the school.
Lindsay's gossip piece is having repercussions.
Mm-hmm. We meet the teacher that she made the article about. Mr. What was his name? Walker? Mr. Walker?
Yes.
He's not the happiest.
Yeah.
And then he gets called to the office.
Yeah.
By Miss Stern.
She is the principal.
Wait,
I was confused about that.
I was also confused. I'm still not 100% sure. Maybe she just was
had
the
authority
escorter.
to call him to the office.
Maybe.
Unless she was like the secretary.
And then we get a little taste of Jack, who is Alfalfa from the Little Rascals.
Yeah.
Him and Lindsay don't like each other, I don't think. They're in the paper together, the paper club newspaper.
Yeah, like the newspaper
club.
And the teacher, Hair Flip Jack, is upset about...
Hair Flip Jack!
He's upset about the article. And the teacher says, like, say a few words of congratulation. He just uses the opportunity to shade her.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, you know what? I actually have to thank you, Jack, because if it wasn't for you...
Not using my articles, I wouldn't have submitted it to a real newspaper.
I would have never been in the... What was it? Like the Daily Examiner?
It wasn't the Post. I knew that.
Yeah, it wasn't the Post. Yeah.
But in the woman teacher from the articles class, they were listening to a lady from the FBI talking for some reason. It was just, they keep having career day.
They had career days every day.
There's a different speaker every day.
And let me say, a little background.
Career week.
Girl from the Saddle Club is one of the characters in this movie.
The extras.
Oh, one of the extras. One of the characters. She was an extra. Yeah.
She's one of the students sitting.
Yep.
In the career day. But Lindsay leaves newspaper club and she accidentally spies on her teachers again.
Accidentally. It was an accident this time. She didn't have any spy equipment.
That's true. She
shouldn't have a
camera
camera
could have
with
left.
a 2-foot lens. I wouldn't have left.
No. But she sees them kind of fighting, and Miss Dawson says she loves you to Mr. Walker.
He's like, we're breaking up.
Yeah.
I don't love you.
And she's like, we had all these plans, what changed? And he just
literally just keeps saying, I don't love you. Sorry.
Yeah. And then she storms off.
She's like, schooling. You know what? One of us is going to have to leave the school, and it isn't going to be me.
The school ain't big enough for the both of us. And then Lindsay's at home.
It was a congested school.
Oh, what's that mean?
Congested?
Congested.
Yeah, congested. It seemed tight.
It did. Small.
It is in New York.
Everything has to be tight
seems
there.
like, yeah.
Tight and tall, right? I don't know.
Oh, no.
Tall buildings.
Anyways, we're with fucking Lexi, and she's getting tucked in by her dad.
She's having a heart to heart before
She's getting
bed.
a journalistic pep talk.
Yeah, she seems troubled by her article.
There's a lot of backlash.
Yeah, she's really
lot of
troubled
things
by
happening.
the article having effects on people. And her dad is like, that's what happens when you write.
It's a chance you take.
It's a chance you take. And then Mr. Walker's car.
It's being pulled out of the East River.
It's found at the bottom of the East River.
Is
and
that-
he's missing.
Is it the Hudson River? What is that? Is that the same as the East River?
I think there might be
I
more
jumped
than one
out.
river.
We don't have more than one river. Do we?
Yeah. There's some rivers and things.
I don't know. I don't like rivers.
You can't go in them here.
I know. They're just filled with trash.
They're literally
And
toxic.
bleach. Please
But-
help save the planet.
Dad is like, yeah,
Oh, the dad comes in. He barges into the room and he's like, Lexi, your teacher's
missing.
missing his, from the article, his car was in the river. Now, if you remember,
You're going to have a tough day at school.
Miss Dawson said there wasn't enough room for the both of them.
Yeah, she's one suspect number one.
Weirdly, I don't feel like she was.
Don't be suspicious.
She doesn't become suspect number one until freaking Lindsay Lohan opens her.
She's suspect
mouth.
number one in the narrative of the storyline. You're just like, she said that. We as the audience know that.
We're-
The FBI's bound to know it though because Lindsay's
We are
a
jumping ahead of
snitch.
ourselves. Okay, Lindsay calls Brenda Song and she's like, Mr. Walk is dead. So they have to both synchronize their morning outfits.
Finally, less disgusting outfits though.
Yes. And
I
not,
loved everyone's morning outfits.
Yeah, literally morning, MOU.
Yes.
Morning outfits.
Yes.
Not their outfits for the morning.
No. And they're all in black and she's got like a beret with a
brooch.
huge brooch that's a stagecoach
It's
brooch.
Stagecoach brooch.
Stagecoach brooch.
And meet their friend Gabe. He's all in your face with his camera. That's his spiel.
Yeah.
Gabe's another character that's like, you exist for a reason in this movie?
Yeah, he's like the fourth member of their Spy Kids group,
He's okay.
but he's very much just introduced suddenly. But I
They
guess
had
they
to have
all
a fourth
are.
kid because when they split up later, you got to go in groups of two or you're not going to be safe.
Yeah.
But we're in class now and Miss Dawson is torqued up. But she seems real confused and dazed and
They're listening to another career
upset.
guy.
Of course, why
day
not?
guy, and it's a taxidermy guy, so they're like all in black and like listening to this taxidermy.
Morning.
Is this my dream? But an FBI guy comes in and pulls Lindsay out of class to ask her about the disappearance. And she says just like everything. She just tells him like that Miss Dawson's guilty.
And she's like, but she seems really upset. I really think a deep tissue massage at the Peacock Spa would do her some good.
She wasn't trying to be like, she did it.
No,
Get
she was just
her.
like kids spilling unknown beans.
She's like, I'm worried about them.
Yeah. When in
But-
reality, you're just spilling all of the beans.
All's the beans. And then the FBI guy psychically summons Miss Dawson because she
She
appears
just fucking appears.
as Lindsay leaves the room.
And
like
we
she holds the
noticed-
door for her.
We noticed the best little tidbit. The guy from the FBI had like vomit or
What was all over his
crusted
suit?
turkey chili from yesterday's lunch.
Yes. Tortilla soup from Chick-fil-A on his suit. And then something
food, 'cause he
yellow.
was eating baby food in his car.
Yes.
I don't
Some of the
know
Lady
what
Gaga
the fuck.
baby food diet?
They never commented on it.
No!
Like I legit think that he was at the catering table and spilled some like honey mustard, and
It
they
was
were
all
like,
over his
"Shit,
white shirt and everything.
we have to film this for on a deadline," and they just rolled with it because it was for kids.
Yeah.
And I'd never noticed it before, and I watched this movie a lot.
I definitely saw it after you pointed it out. It
But,
was a
oh
lot.
my god, you couldn't unsee it, and it was the whole
No.
scene. It never changed.
Oh my God. They didn't talk about it at all.
What the fuck happened?
I don't know if he was just supposed to look rumpled. I don't know.
I don't know.
But
So yeah, Miss Dawson gets her little interrogation, and the detective tells her to go downtown. And then
we
in the
have
hallway,
further questioning.
yeah, and then in the hallway, Lindsay and Jack are talking about how they have to begrudgingly team up, obviously, because it's only them that can save the day.
Yeah. Jack finds Lindsay eavesdropping on her interrogation.
Yeah.
And she believes Miss Dawson is innocent, and Jack thinks she's guilty. So we've got like, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
What's that word?
When are we gonna do seasons 1 through 4 of Zoe 101?
God damn it.
But then we go to another fashion montage.
Just another weird fashion montage.
They're at the mall. I think it had terrible angles. It made no sense, just like the rest of them.
It was really out of nowhere, but it was just so like Brenda and Lindsay could be alone so that Brenda could be like, you like Jack, don't you? And it's like, what? They hate each other. What are you talking about?
And here comes our first taste of something else. They pepper in the movie title.
Oh my God.
More than ever before.
I wish
and she's
I'd
like, get a
it.
clue, Lexi.
Yes.
You like Jack. That is the first of many, my friends.
That's
like, take a
many.
shot every time, drunk by the end.
Yes.
And if you're not drunk by the end will get you drunk.
Yes. Yes.
So now we're home with Lexi and her dad. And
Jumpy.
he's... What?
Jumpy.
Jumping. I mean, it is Disney. So.
Yeah.
And like we discovered, it is a movie. So
that is true.
all movies do that, we think.
You got me there.
But Lexi's dad is like, leave this alone because life is not a gossip column. So don't even.
Down.
Leave Brittany alone.
Oh my God. Leave free Britney now. Hashtag free Britney.
And she's like, Hakuna Matata, Dad.
Hakuna Matata. I just repeated you.
And then Lexi goes to her sister's room, who I 100% forgot existed.
Yeah, she wants to ask her sister for spy gear, and her room is full of science stuff. She's a STEM kid before kids were STEM kids.
Yeah.
She's a Bill Nye the Science
She talks
kid.
into her sweet-ass spy watch, and we don't know who receives the message.
Yeah. I was like, we were watching it, and she was like, this is a communicator watch. And it's like, who heard that?
Who heard that?
Who are you
the
talking
neighbor
to?
kid?
Who's Lindsay? What is happening?
Is this the movie Big, and he's talking to his friend?
Yes.
Did you watch Big with me, or did I watch Big alone?
We watched it on, I think, VHS
It was
here, right?
good. No, we didn't watch it on VHS. I have it on VHS.
Oh, okay.
But the sister didn't even have any shit that Lexi could have, so
She
we have
had-
to go to the corner spy shop.
She had a bunch of stuff from the book fair.
Yeah,
was
literally, it was from the fucking
We were like,
book
oh my
fair.
God, that listening thing from the book fair.
The motto of the corner spy shop is helping you get a clue.
I can't believe they have I guess a lot of brick and mortar stores have died, but I can't
Yeah.
believe they had a Walmart of spy equipment specifically.
Back in 2002, yeah, maybe.
Maybe in a strip mall.
Yeah. This just literally seemed to be on a corner.
I remember a weird computer store that was just computer stuff.
A couple weeks ago, someone was like, man, I need to go to Radio Shack after work and get something. And I was like, excuse me? They didn't know it went under. I had to break it to them.
Oh my God.
But we're at the spy store. Jen and Gabe come in for no fucking reason. Honestly,
Brenda and Gabe.
what did I say?
Jenna.
Jenna, her name is Jen. What the fuck? We
Jenna
love giving people
Marbles
names.
came here.
So we got Brenda Song and Gabe.
Yeah, they're also on the case as well also.
Okay, but Gabe is actually important.
He kind of wanted to
was
scoop her
brought-
story.
He was brought there because his neighbor is Miss Dawson, so that could come in little handies.
Yeah, they end up working together immediately.
And in a couple days, they're going to know if she's innocent or guilty after they buy their shit.
After they surveil.
But they purchased nothing at the store, and it was so quick and pointless, and we were like, oh, they didn't even purchase anything.
But then...
However, later, after they split up to do spy shit...
Yeah, they're at somebody's rich... I guess they're at Gabe's rich, Kate Hudson's downtown pied-à-terre or whatever.
They're Lexi's.
Oh, what?
They're always at Lexi's.
But they were camcordering... Oh, no, okay, I was camcordering the wrong part. They go to Lexi's rich townhouse.
Yeah.
Lindsay's rich townhouse. And Gabe is like camcordering it because that's his thing, remember? That's his whole gimmick. And he's terrible at it. He's really bad at it.
Yep.
He's getting angles of like eyebrows and just like the lower cheek. And Brenda does not want to go to Brooklyn.
No.
She's not schlepping all the way to Brooklyn.
And Lexi's never taken the subway before.
They're not going to cross over to
I will
me.
not cross over to B.
What are they not going to do? Cross over to me.
But they are going to split up to go do spy shit.
Yes. Lindsay's too rich for the subway. She's like trying to call a town car.
Oh my God.
And they're all busy.
It's all busy. There's a game today.
I'm just like, wait.
Numbers aren't busy now.
Oh yeah. You could Uber.
But first we go with Gabe and Brenda, and we go to Gabe's house to stalk out Miss Dawson. They have a bunch of spy shit.
Stake out.
What did I say?
Stalk out.
I'm gonna stalk you out.
Stalk you? And I'm gonna stake you. You're a vampire? You're
But-
dead.
But they had spy shit.
They did. They had to set up all their spy shit and point it directly at Miss
they
Dawson's house.
didn't buy-
That they may or may not have bought at the store then or already had, unclear.
So I'm an iCarly lover, and in an episode of iCarly, they have a secret pie cam that is like clearly from Toys R Us and plastic. And this camera was everything I wanted it to be.
Oh my God.
It was
the size of a microwave.
it was so big, and it just kept like jerking around. And
Yes.
I would have like looked out my window and been like, "Hark, there's a camera there," and I would like BB gunned it or something.
Yes. She just didn't notice it. And it was just a lot. It was so funny.
And then we go flashback to Lexi and Jack.
They're in Brooklyn. Even Brooklyn.
What a riot. Look at all these people.
Look at all these poor
What people? These poor people.
Poor people. She's never been on a subway before because she's too rich for subways. And she has a map to get there, but Jack already knows the way because he's been there before. And you're like, what? Why?
And on their way there, they see
a homeless man?
A homeless guy wearing Mr. Walker's coat.
How could she have known it was his jacket, though? Like, it could have been any...
Could have been anyone's, especially in New York. There's so many people in New York.
That's, like, her thing, though, is that she can, like, look at any fashion item and be like, I know every single fact about that perfectly,
yes.
like, total recall. But they didn't say that yet. And
also,
this
spoiler alert, the coat thing is stupid. It comes around in the end, and it's like... Fine.
But it was a thing.
It was a thing, but, like, whatever.
But Miss Dawson is at home, and they're spying on her jazzercise tape.
Oh, Brenda's song
and
is filing her nails dangerously close to a mixing bowl of chips.
She was clipping her nails into his chips.
Literally. But they're watching Miss Dawson do a jazzercise tape.
Yeah.
It's Brenda's favorite tape. Just so happens to be. The scene was pointless and nothing else happened.
Yep. They get to Mr. Walker's house and the principal is there. Oh, Jack knew where he lived.
And Lexi's... Oh, go ahead.
We found out now that Jack knew where he lived because he came there to get a computer. He's like, he gave me his old one. And
Lexi's like, oh, Miss Stern's here. I'm surprised she doesn't have a nosebleed for being this far south of the East Village. This far south of B.
Oh, my God.
And Jack's like, that's weird. Your nose isn't bleeding, Lexi.
Every snide comment Austin called before they said it. Like, they just said the same thing as him every time. It's really funny. But they just waltz into his fucking house.
The door was open.
Another B&E.
It was a little cracked.
Oh, well. Another E.
Yeah. We didn't break. We just E'd.
And E'd. But they're digging around for clues. They're contaminating a crime scene.
Yeah, and they just immediately run over to a suitcase with initials NP on it, and they're like, this is a thing.
This means something.
I wouldn't
There's
have
a whole
even
house of
seen
things.
it. I wouldn't have, nothing.
No.
But Lexi goes over, Lindsay Lohan, and opens a Narnia wardrobe, and in the mirror behind her,
a man is revealed.
The man from Mom's Gonna Take the Vampire.
Yes.
AKA Mr. Sheffield.
The man in the mirror is a detective, quote unquote. Mm-hmm. But Lindsay immediately sees through him because his watch is expensive.
Mm-hmm. And I guess a detective can't afford a
fancy
watch like that, she says.
Platinum inlays.
Oh, yeah.
Platinum
a
watch.
New York detective cannot afford a platinum watch, a Pomoni suit, and alligator boots.
Pomoni suit.
Mm-hmm.
Dino. Pomoni. But they go to Jack's house and act like he's in the slums. Like, they act like it's like...
Literally.
Like, this is my house, I guess. And it's like, that's a house in New York? Like,
if my eyes were closed, I would, like, picture, like, a meth dump.
An abandoned, rickety, haunted house. The house from Monster House.
One of the $1 houses from Detroit.
Yeah.
And with your eyes open, you just see a beautiful, huge...
little cute family home.
Yeah, in New York, that was probably $1 million.
Yeah, just like a normal family home.
Lexi doesn't even own a home. She lives in an apartment. It's the whole floor, but...
It's really nice.
It's really fancy. And 2 stories.
What does her mother do?
Wow. Yeah,
her dad just works in a failing newspaper.
She does so much, she wasn't even home.
Yep. They need to be thankful.
Mm-hmm. But they meet Jack's mom.
Yeah,
and Lindsay's like, something smells good. Do you cook?
Yeah, she was cooking, and he was like, oh, yeah. She's like, your mom's home during the day? And he's like, yeah, she works a night shift. She's a nurse. And, like, she's in her nurse uniform. She's in her nurse uniform still and cooking and has to, like, be there for these kids and shit. And, like, she doesn't have a life. She's so busy. No. She doesn't have a moment's rest.
She should be taking a rest now.
Yes.
But we're pretty much just at Jack's house to learn a little bit about his life. We learn that his dad's dead. His brother, who's his BFF's in the Navy. His mom works a lot.
His mom works a lot. But also seems to be there.
And is also,
during the day, because Lindsay was like, oh, your mom's home a lot. It's like, your mom's out winning all of the bread.
Yes.
So don't complain.
So they sit down at Jack's computer to do some research.
Yes, and they get an email from Mr. Walker. But it's post-dated for days ago, but it was only sent yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It's a letter of recommendation for his scholarship renewal.
How can a dead guy send an email?
Well, there's no body. Lindsay says it every once in a while.
They do say that a lot.
There's no body. He's just missing.
And then Jack's like, wait, I own his computer. And so they go straight to the system info button because there was a button for that.
Yes.
And the name Nicholas Petrosian comes up and they're like, Holy shit.
Yes.
The NP from the suitcase. No. I would not have seen any of those stars aligning.
In the whole house.
No. No.
No. But we're back with Brenda and Gabe.
Yep.
And they leave the camera going and head over to Lindsay's because they're all trying to...
One of the teachers from school comes over to Miss Dawson's house, but it literally meant nothing and nothing came of it. And
yeah, he got rejected by her. It was the yearbook. Yeah. No, not yearbook. Newspaper club
guy.
Teacher.
Yep.
Mr. Goldblum?
Mr. Goldblum.
Too fancy of a name for him. Too sexy of a name for him.
Too sexy. But now we're back with the whole gang.
Yeah, the
at
gang's
Lexi's
all
house.
Here.
They're bringing each other up to speed on their findings.
Yeah, they just do a debrief. And they Google Petrocelli or whatever. And
they ask Jeeves.
Oh, sorry.
What is up with him? Mr. Petrosian.
Yes, Petrosian.
Turns out that he was a businessman who also disappeared.
He was a banker.
Oh, yeah.
But he embezzled. They thought he embezzled.
Yes, they thought.
$10 million. It had just disappeared, and he didn't know where it was, but he knew they were going to come after him, so he fled instead of being like, I'm innocent, I didn't do this.
Yep.
He fled, so he looks like a criminal.
But anyways, no.
And he lives with his mother now. He lives with his mother now in New York, so they're going to go pay her a visit.
Yep. But we're at school the next day. And
Brenda's trying to talk to Lindsay about like fashion and all the things they've heretofore been interested in.
Yep.
And she can only like think about Jack and her internal monologue.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And Jax tells everyone that he found Nicholas Petrosian's address.
Yes.
And then they go to Little Italy?
Little Russia?
Poland?
Where's Petrosian?
Where are we?
It seemed Russian. Maybe there was Russian.
It did seem Russian. We were confused. There was conflicting music also.
They went to a place where his mother lived.
Yes.
And they discover that Mr. Walker is there and he's alive.
After the kooky, eclectic lady answers the door.
Yes, I loved his mom.
And she's like, no, there's no NP here. No NP.
No
Nicholas
one
Petrosian, such a long name. Good God.
Yeah.
His name couldn't have been like Greg James.
Or just like Mr. Walker.
Yeah.
But they ask him about the bank embezzlement charges, and he explains that he was framed.
I was framed. I didn't take $10 million.
And he doesn't even know who did take it. So he fled, like I said. And then he faked his own death to shake off his pursuers.
Yeah. And then Nicholas Petrosian was dead.
Oh my God. Yeah, he was dead. And Mr. Walker was dead. So he came to New York and assumed the identity of a dead teacher and just started teaching.
He just doesn't have a degree.
And then he was like, I love teaching. And then he fell in love with Miss Dawson. And like, you can't just, that's not how teaching works.
No.
You can't just be like, I'm a teacher now. He stole a dead man's identity.
Yeah. And he's like, everything was fine until your little article in the paper, Lexi, but whatever.
Yeah, she put a picture of them in the paper, so.
Yeah. But someone left him a note at his house after the article, and it was a blackmailer.
Yeah, because he kind of faked his death again.
Yeah, because he said that he needed to pay him back all the money, or his girlfriend would be the payback.
Yeah.
So that's when he was like, "It's over, I'll love you," and he faked his
he's
death.
Trying to protect her.
He's trying to flee again. That's all he knows how to do is flee.
Fake my own death. So stuff's going south and fake my death.
Right. He needs some flea medicine.
Get out of here.
I hate us. But now we're back at Lexi's.
Yep.
They get her sister to help them out.
Yes.
They want to know what the rest of the blackmailer note says, okay?
Oh my God, okay.
You ready for this?
She gets out her Claire's spy kit.
Uh-huh.
It's not Claire's, it's just like regular.
The book fair, remember?
Book fair. There was glitter involved.
Magic dust, magic glitter, magic mist spray.
There were a lot of steps to reveal.
And she uses the remote control to make all the lights black light just so they can perfectly see what it says. And I forgot. It said to meet at a hotel at a day at a time.
And
we can hear the dad coming, so we got to quickly turn it off.
They said the note was really hard to read, though. They were like, it got rained on, so it's the ink smeared. But like,
literally only like one thing was gone.
We could literally read it.
Yeah.
But they were like, we don't know what hotel or what time. So that's why the spy sequence was needed. But Dad's home. He walks in.
I would have said, I saw your marijuana light from around the door frame.
Yeah, they had a Like a
What's
blue
up with
black
that?
eye for spy.
Because all
sleuthing.
Disney kids look so like, wow, we were just we were all just standing here casually around, and it's like, you look, what were you doing?
Why are you yelling and hiding something behind your back?
Like when you hear a slam and your cats are in the other room, so you go in that room and they're all just like, man, it definitely wasn't us.
What
and it's
was
like,
that?
it was you.
Or if you have like kids, probably you know about this because they're kids. But anyway.
Anyways, the next morning, Lexi's in full on fucking spy gear.
Yes. She's literally dressed in like a spy costume.
I'd
from
be
the
like,
Matrix.
where are you spy going, you spy daughter?
You're spying.
Going spying.
Who are you spying on?
Harriet.
Harriet, the spy.
And her dad's like, so your teacher, he embezzled, he's wanted now, so. And she's like, gotta go, bye, bitch.
Yep. Goes to go on a spy adventure.
I would have had so many parent questions, or not. I don't know. I'd probably just been like, all right, bye.
But there's a reward now for Mr. Walker.
Yeah.
So they got to act fast before somebody finds him.
Don't know what the reward was. Don't ask me.
And the sisters bond before she leaves, and she gives her
of course.
walkie-talkies. She's going to probably need those in a second.
I'd be like, where are them watch walkies?
And they all, the gang,
Where are them at? And she's like, I don't have the match. I only have one.
Lost it. She's a kid. You lose so much stuff when you're a kid. But she meets up with the other spy kids, and
obviously they're all dressed like spies.
they're all dressed like spies.
People are staring at them, whispering.
Literally everyone's looking
Everybody's
at
got a
them. They
hankering
stand out
that they're there to do
way
something.
more. Yeah. They stand out way more.
Mm-hmm.
But they stake it out looking incredibly obvious. They're like reading newspapers and like looking around suspiciously.
And literally every single fucking person is at this hotel.
This is a cast reunion.
Yes, literally it's a reunion of everyone you could have never needed in this movie.
Miss Dawson shows up.
Mr.
She gets on the
Goldblum.
elevator. Mr. Goldblum shows up, the newspaper teacher.
We got the homeless guy that was wearing the jacket from the beginning, if you remember that.
Miss Stern, who may or may not be the principal.
Mr. Walker's mother.
She's also there.
Literally everyone.
They're all confused. The kids are all like, what? Are they all here? And then the fake detective also shows up from earlier that they ran into in this house.
What's his name? Granville? Because I do not remember.
I don't even remember his vampire name.
I don't even think I wrote it down. His vampire name? Ooh, from Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire?
What is his name? Because I said Kubat, and
that was under wraps. That was the evil guy next door that faked his death.
Oh my God.
What was the name?
What was his name?
Dimitri. I don't know if he had a last name.
I think Dimitri's right.
Dimitri, not a vampire.
What was the
Love.
Lizzie's dad's name? Do I remember this movie at all?
Van Helsing?
Oh, yeah.
Was that him?
Yeah.
Malachi Van Helsing?
Malachi. Yes.
And that was the guy from
And
the
Dimitri's
Yellow
the
Pages.
other guy.
Okay.
Yes.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I guess vampires don't have to have last names, not like
He
Edward
really had
Cullen
one, but
exists.
we didn't listen.
Twilight again.
Twilight coming soon to ears near you. They're on you. They're your ears.
Yep, on you. But the British guy, whose name may or may not be Granville, we don't know,
We don't know.
comes over and he's like, hand it over. I
Mr.
want what
Sheffield.
belongs to me. What does he want?
Yeah, he never says.
No.
He's just like, give me the thing.
Exactly.
And they're like,
Do you want money?
yeah, Mr. Walker's like, I'll give you half now. Why did you frame me also?
You find out later you couldn't have had half.
You couldn't
of
have had half.
what you needed.
No.
But literally everyone takes off running, chasing everyone else in opposite, different chasing directions.
Yeah.
Jack and Lexi are in the basement. Gabe and Jen are somewhere.
Yeah, they're in the industrial basement. There's like
Yes.
boilers and like steam shooting
The
contraptions.
mom's in on the chase.
Everybody's his mother, his
The
elderly
homeless
mother
guy's
is
in on the chase.
chasing. He's being chased. The homeless guy's being
Literally
chased.
everyone. It's chaotic. It's Brittany and Kevin chaotic.
Yeah.
The British guy's in the basement with Lexi and Jack. They are
Right.
hot on his tail.
They're hard on his tail. But
He turns on a steam pipe.
the steam shooters.
Yep.
Convenient. Why are they there?
Lexi gets damsel stuck.
She does get damn stuck.
She does.
Her bracelet, her charm bracelet gets stuck to one of the pipes, and she's just screaming and like could probably have like ducked down.
But he saves her at the last moment. I just want her to go, my hayride. Like she's from Tennessee. Like from the Amanda Show.
Tennessee? Oh my
I'm
God.
from Tennessee.
Oh,
I like
God,
eggs.
That's what people from Tennessee sound like.
The Amanda Show told me they did. She's never lied.
Never once it lied.
Except when she told the cops she didn't throw a bong at her apartment. Alleged.
And when she told all of us that she didn't do drugs. Edit that out.
But finally,
But finally.
But-
Lindsay finds Mrs. Dawson tied up in a spa. She thought she got an all-inclusive spa day. So because she got a mysterious letter telling her to come to the hotel at the same time and place because I guess he was going to kidnap her as part of his plan.
I don't know.
And she was tied up in a bathrobe and
Oh my God.
Lindsay just shoves her into a shower and she's like acts like she's drowning. We're like, does she not know how to shower?
You can breathe in there.
Have you ever showered
Move
before?
your face away from the water.
Just a shower.
She did like put her face under the water, but like just move.
She had a face mask on. You got to get it off, but like shower.
One
like,
swipe
normal.
of a dry towel would have gotten it off.
Anything.
Like you're at a spa.
It was really cracked and old.
You can use a couple
Who
towels.
put the mask on her?
Maybe she legit was going through the spa motions at first.
I assume.
And then got tied up. Maybe she put it. I don't know.
Did he pay?
Why didn't she have cucumber eyeballs?
Why didn't she have cucumber eyeballs? Did Dimitri the vampire, Mr. Sheffield, come in and be like, I am your masseuse for today. Let me just put this on your face. Just kidding, I'm tying you up.
I don't fucking know. Maybe she was trying to treat herself. And
she was still confused though, because she was like, I got a letter saying spa day, but she wasn't like, this guy tied me up. She was just like, I'm tied up.
Yeah, what the fuck? This movie had a lot of
up.
weird shit. A
Yeah.
lot of weird shit.
So anyway, I assumed that he was going to kill her if Mr. Walker didn't come through with
Who
the
knows?
item.
But we finally see the homeless guy running into a boardroom.
Yeah,
And
he has a press conference.
honestly, we thought it was just going to be something great, but it was
I don't know what I thought.
It was a city councilman.
Yeah,
Says the coat he was wearing was the only kindness he'd seen in a month as a homeless person.
He'd been living as a homeless person to learn and experience life. That way, I guess.
And Mr. Walker had given it to him off his back, and all that stuff, that whole movie for that one moment.
Yeah. That was the only act of kindness that he was shown as a homeless person.
There was just a few characters in this movie that just didn't need to be there at all.
Yes. It was just a way to show that Mr. Walker was like a good dude, I guess. To be like, this is his character, but like...
He seemed like a good dude.
He just seemed like a good guy, but...
he just seemed like a person that was alive.
Identity. He seemed like a person that was alive. Maybe this was needed.
Some of those. What? But anyways.
He just also assumed the identity of a dead man.
We don't know him.
We don't know him.
Anyways, the kids sit down for an inconspicuous tea.
With their grandmother.
Little tea luncheon with Mr. Walker's mom.
Hi, tea.
And Alexi, thank God she has on her I can see behind me glasses.
Oh my God. I love though that the glasses are a split screen and you can see the elderly mother like making like a whoa, 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 what are you seeing face?
And also maybe Granville, if that's his name behind us.
Yes. Mr. Sheffield.
Yep. So Jack gets up and is like, I got this. He pushes a rogue cart.
Yes.
Towards a wedding cake, and it just stops him in his tracks.
They throw an entire wedding cake basically at him, and that's what gets him.
And I do feel like I've seen a few movies where wedding cakes have stopped a criminal.
We're gonna have to pay attention if that's a trope.
I don't know if it's specifically decoms, but it's something.
If it's something that has happened a lot, that's something.
It's something in my memories. I'm remembering a memory. I'm remembering. No. No cats.
Come on!
We might end up doing cats one day just to roast it.
Just roast. But Miss Stern and Mr. Goldblum seem to be together now. They come out of a different room together, and
yeah, everyone's happy now.
She was apparently fighting with Mr. Walker because she saw the photo in the article and was jealous because she was into him.
And then Mr. Goldblum was fighting with Miss Dawson
because she rejected him.
So they were just like, fuck it, and united with each other.
There was just really no reason for them to be in it.
There was no reason for them.
They were like very light red herrings because
it was just filler that didn't even need to be there.
They were barely there. They were like, ooh, she's coming out of his house, which was weird, but like I didn't think like she's done something.
No.
I just didn't think about her at all. I don't think. Or Goldblum.
No. But the same FBI cop people from earlier are questioning Mr. Walker about the $10 million still, because that's important, I guess.
Yes, and Lindsay notices that Mr. Walker's mother is wearing a bee brooch.
Where did you get that brooch?
And she reveals that she can tell with her psychic fashion powers that it's a $10 million canary
She's
diamond.
like, back when Reagan was president, I just found it under the seat in a bank in a brown paper bag that a 40 would be in.
She found it under a chair in a bank in a 40 bag.
Yes.
And just was like, look what I found. Why would he have done any of that? Why would you convert it, first of all, to a canary diamond? That is not
gold
better.
Bars.
No.
Turn it into gold bars and bury it.
Turn it into like 10s and 20s.
I don't know what I would do. Maybe just don't rob.
Don't steal $10 million.
Just don't rob.
Or maybe,
Whatever you've got to do.
Whatever you've got to do.
And Lexi, Epiphany Lexi over here.
Yes.
Obviously, he stole the $10 million. He wanted to hide the money, got the brooch, lost it. Here we are. And then he immediately is like, damn, girl. And it's like, so you did
meddling
it.
Kids.
I would have just been like, no, it wasn't.
I'd be like, that thing's from Claire's.
But
Can I have it?
Over. Yeah, exactly. I would have been like, it's from Claire's. Yeah. They would have believed you.
Yes, it was really hideous. It wasn't even a cute bee brooch, but it was a canary giant, so it doesn't matter.
Miss Dawson and Lindsay Lohan have a weird, just like heart-to-heart moment. Lindsay Lohan's wearing a wonderful shirt that's doing everything.
What shirt? I don't remember at all.
It was like a paisley print. It was green.
Oh, yeah.
You remember? They were like by a
skin
fountain.
tone,
It was
complementary
great.
color. Yes.
And then we're suddenly at the wedding of Mr. Walker and Miss Dawson. They're getting married.
Yep. The one guy.
One guy, Jack.
Alfalfa.
Jack. Molasses.
His scholarship got renewed. The teachers got married. Did you say that? The teachers got married?
Lindsay got him bowling shoes.
Yeah.
And then they all fucking fling away and then stam over.
Yeah, they're like, we're going to go bowling. And then they leave. And
after them being grossed out about bowling, they went bowling. Bowling is gross, but you just got to accept it and go.
Yeah. And I think the shoes are cute.
They're
gross.
Don't think about
It's gross that they're community shoes, I guess.
Yes.
But they're
Each
cute.
shoe has its own individual ecosystem.
It probably does.
Your shoes might match, but the ecosystem inside them will not match.
They are. Well,
they'll be battling.
That's true. That's true. Probably. But if you had your own, like he now does.
I don't bowl enough.
My mom was in a bowling league and she had her own bowling shoes, and I was thrilled when they fit me.
I've known a lot of leaguers.
There's must have been a mom thing in the 90s.
Yeah.
They were not particularly good. I remember I found a last place trophy in her room once, but I bet they got drunk and had a good time.
It's still fun.
Would you watch this movie again?
I think I'd watch it again.
I
would. I think I watched I watched it like 6 months ago, and here I am again. So
yeah, and you picked it.
I picked it
So
out of nowhere.
You'd definitely watch it again. I would watch probably any Lindsay Lohan movie.
Yeah, she saved it.
Before this. She saves it, but like she's not the best actress.
No, she's not. She's not.
At all.
No one was.
Brenda was.
Or no one.
I love Brenda.
I also love her a lot.
I think that makes me biased.
We're eventually going to do Stuck in the Suburbs.
Is she dating Macaulay Culkin? Is that a trivia that I have?
Is she?
I think, and I think I love it. I sure hope.
She is.
It's happening. But that might be trivia that I have. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know if that's true.
I think it's true. I'm 87% sure it's true.
Pers, it's true.
But I would watch it again after I finished watching Mean Girls and all the others. Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. Freaky Friday.
All of them.
Mostly Mean Girls. Parent Trap also. What is something good that happened to you this week? Since we don't have much to say about this movie, what's your moonbeam? What's something good that happened through all the darkness of this world?
I started rewatching Roseanne.
Ooh, I was just thinking about doing that.
As long as I put my blinders on.
To the future of Roseanne?
And think of the past. As in the past. The 80s and 90s Roseanne, I'm okay.
Yes.
Beyond that, I can't.
Pretend she died.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Bought a plastic shirt.
Ooh, that's a good thing. It's a good thing. That was Martha Stewart. Who let you in, Martha?
That's
any TV shows other than like new stuff?
New stuff? No. I'm an oldie but goodie person.
Yeah. I've been watching a lot of movies lately. I watched a lot of documentaries, but I watched the Ted Bundy docuseries on Amazon Prime. That was good. It's from the point of view of the woman. Also, I watched Gretel and Hansel. Loved it. I can't stop talking about it.
You recommended that to me.
Oh my God, I loved it. And I just would have, I would have been taken in by the cult in Midsummer. I would have just been like, I'm here and I can live here for free. Yes, I'm staying forever. Also the witch would have been like, you're a witch. I'd be like, bitch, I'm moving in. I bought the soundtrack on vinyl. I'm really excited about it.
You love vinyl?
I love a vinyl. I love a soundtrack. It's a mixtape from the director, as Ben Wyatt would say.
Oh my God. Oh, the Booksmart vinyl.
Oh, so good.
So good. They won an award. I was so proud of them. Just the other day.
Did they? I don't know anything about it.
I had never heard of it.
I watched Aurora. That's it. Oh, and Eminem.
We watched Aurora singing at the Academy Awards.
I love her so very much. She was great. She was the best part of that performance. They should have kept the spotlight on her and never zoomed out. That's
what we'll say about that one.
But next week we're going to do... Should we
surprise.
say? Or is it a surprise? Okay. It's a surprise. We might even have a guest.
A surprise. That's all we're going to say. But with that,
we bid you adieu.
adieu.
Bye.
Bye. Is gossipy.
Yeah.